This is the story of how I got fired for speaking up and why there's now a wrongful termination lawsuit on the table. What's going on, everybody? I just want to say that as a CDL driver, you have rights. And when a trucking company violates those rights, it can cost you your job, even when you did everything right. So, before I get into the details, I need you to understand something. You have federal protections, DOT protections, whistleblower protections, all kinds of protections. Your CDL is your livelihood, and you're allowed to defend it. If a company is operating illegally or unsafely and you report it, they cannot retaliate against you. Well, not legally anyways. But that sure doesn't stop them from trying. So let me set you right on my shoulder like you were standing there with me. I was working for a company, and obviously I can't give too many details because of pending litigation. But here's what they did. The company had, let's call it, a tendency to cut corners. They had a real walk over a dollar to pick up a nickel behavior. I saw things, and I saw some big things, such as hauling oversized equipment with no trailer brakes, driving trucks that leaked more air than they built, broken equipment everywhere, stuff held together with literally a hope and a prayer. But the job was unicorn. Monday through Friday, no weekends, no holidays, literally a driver's dream job. Oh, and 40 hours a week. But one day, the smallest thing became the biggest red flag. We had a flat tire, like we usually always do. But normally, the mechanic, he would just go in the back, he would just grab a used tire out of the pile out back, and he would just chuck it on. No big deal. Not this time. The owner comes out and says, just plug it. I show him the tire, like, bro, it's bald, like it's the NASCAR slick. And he hits me with a, boy, if it ain't showing wires, we can still run it. So I laughed, thinking it had to be a joke. He just stared at me, awkwardly, for like 3 to 5 seconds. I look at him and it kind of just slips out. I say, are you serious? He said, yeah, plug it. So right then, it was like I was hitting the gut. I mean, it was almost like a nauseous feeling, if that makes sense. So I got to thinking to myself, check deeper. So that day, we ended on a good day. I go home, didn't think nothing more of it. The next day, though, I'm sitting there at the dock, and it just dawned on me again about what happened yesterday. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm just curious. I'm going to pull up on Safer and I'm going to check out their data, their profile and see how they're looking on there. And brother, what a surprise I found. They have been inactive since April. April. That is 6 months. So I'm like, hey, I'll check their sister company. That one can't be that bad either, right? No, they're actually out of service for a month and a half at this point in time. So both companies that I drive for, neither one of them are legal. As I'm driving back to the yard, I'm thinking for about 2 or 3 hours about how am I going to bring this up to them. So basically, I get there. I had nothing about how I was going to tell them, so I just walk right in and I just spit it right out to the office lady. Bring it all up, what you going to do? So, and she says, and I literally swear on everything. She says word for word, we know. I'm not a DOT person. I've been telling him to hire someone, but he won't. So after that, I'm like, hey, they already know about it. So I text the owner. I'm like, hey, man. Both your companies are out of service. Now that I know this, I can't legally drive for you. When you get it fixed, let me know, and I'll gladly come back. You want to know his response? It wasn't a, thanks for the heads up. Nope. It wasn't a, we'll get it fixed. Nope. He sends me, direct quote, this is Bob's Trucking. We don't care about DOT. If you don't want to work, that's fine with me. So I reach out 2 days later. Nothing. No answer. Text them. Nothing. No response. So I go to pick up my last check. Nobody in there will even look at me like I'm some kind of bad guy that just muttered the word DOT. So they're pretty much acting like I'm the problem. But here's the moral of the story. Do not let these companies walk all over you or pressure you into running illegal equipment. At the end of the day, this is your CDL. It's your name, your career, your livelihood, your family. If you lose it on the company's behalf, I promise you, they will replace you next week without blinking or thinking twice of you again. So, to sum everything up, obviously, I documented everything. I have my screenshots in order. I have messages to prove everything. I have all of the FMCSA reports, the OSHA STAA. Everything is done. Everything on my end is solid. And that is also why there is now a pending wrongful termination lawsuit against them. Because firing a driver for reporting a safety violation isn't just wrong, it's illegal. I didn't get fired for doing something wrong. I got fired for doing something right. And if I had to choose again, I'd protect my CDL every single time. If you're tired of companies treating drivers like we're disposable, you're in the right place. Like, subscribe, and stay safe. Your rights matter.